So we're back with Friday Night Magic. A little rushed here because we had some technical difficulties, as in I forgot the microphone.
Yeah, it's really hard to record mic when we don't have a microphone. But, talking about technical, Vince Naimon, Herbert Zingsheim, welcome back. We've been gone for a couple weeks, having some technical issues. This week we think we're back. We think we got some great clarity for you to see.
It looks great so far.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. We are missing the dice from the camera, but we'll get that fixed between the rounds and get that position for you. How does it feel to be back, Vince? We've been doing this for 2 weeks and nothing to show for it. Yeah, no big deal. This week we will get it there. No big deal. Okay, who do we got playing here?
All right, on the left you've got Eric Vanden Oever. He's playing a Gruul aggro deck. Just red and green. Comes out real fast. Lots of blood rush.
Yeah, comes out with a stomping ground, looks like.
Yep.
And on the right, it's Ernie Hicks. Now, I see a voice, so I'm going to assume some sort of tokens.
He is playing Aristocrats.
Oh, Junk Aristocrats. Yep. Looks like he just shocked himself going down to 18 here right away. And, okay, Doom Traveler.
Yep.
That's what you want to do turn one in those kind of decks. Good blocker, sacrifice effect, always nice.
Now, with the Temple Garden coming out there, I'm pretty sure Eric knows what he's up against. Temple Garden to Doom Traveler, there's only one deck that plays that.
Right now, yeah. Unless you're playing like some sort of humans. Or, oh, maybe. You guys didn't see it. We had this deck. No, you remember Human Charms? There's this deck, Human Charms. I don't think he's playing tonight. It should have been up last week. 1 week we'll hopefully get it back up online.
I hope so, too.
It was amazing deck. You guys missed some great matches, and we're sorry about that. But I absolutely agree with you saying there's only one deck right now that plays a Temple Garden Past.
Actually, I think I see him playing.
Oh, is he here?
Yeah, I think he's over there.
We need to get him on here. Probably work on that.
All right,
so we go to a Far Seek. And now that an Overgrown Tomb has come down shock, I mean, it's pretty obvious what they're playing.
Yep, with a voice resurgence. Okay.
So Ernie's a 16, and Eric is at 20.
Doom Traveler.
Yep, he only does take one, go to 19. Now, Eric's winning, right? Because he has a higher life total?
Yeah, that's how this game works.
The board's a pretty good answer to what the other side of the field is showing. Well, the question is, who's in the driver's seat at this point? We are on...
Well, there's a voice of resurgence on the board, so I'm going to say... Oh, never mind, there's a Rancor, so...
A Rancor and a pass. He has 5 power on the board, but decides he does not want to start, just trucking it in there.
Oh, it doesn't have haste, does it?
It can give it haste.
Right, but it would have been just a 3-2 without...
Oh, he didn't play a land drop,
Rancor.
did he?
Right.
Yeah, he only had 3. I thought he had a 4th land, yeah. Instead of going haste and swinging for 3, I like the 5-3 blocker. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's not a bad idea. We see at least one Advent of the Worm in Ernie's hand over here. I think what we don't see is a 3rd land.
Yeah, a 3rd land, and I don't think I see a Cartel Aristocrat either, which would be a great thing to drop here.
But a 2nd voice isn't bad.
True.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having 2 voices in the field.
Yeah. Kind of deters, Eric from wanting to swing back into that.
I think he still just wants to go for it.
Because what do you do?
And with his deck, he's got... Well, if he draws the 4th land, plays the 4th land, he's got enough for 2 Gore Clan Rampagers if they're in his hand.
That'd be nasty.
Otherwise, I think I see another Rancor in his hand right now.
Oh, it looks like he's swinging for 1 here. Figures, the old Doom Traveler effect. If you're going to kill the guy on the ground, I'll just make the guy in the air and fly over.
Right.
Who cares?
Sure. Eric says, okay, sure. You can have your 1/1 spirit.
Yeah, I'll take a damage next turn, bro. And we get a pass turn here.
I see a Museum Mortars and a land.
Yep, does top deck the 4th land there. That's excellent. Eric has a little bit of thinking to do on this turn. Another Rancor. I see that.
Yeah, there's no reason not to play that here.
Load it up.
Other guy's tapped out. That's 7 power worth of creatures. I'm going to come in.
7-3 coming at you. Oh, hey. That guy have double trample? He tramples the trample?
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah, tramples the trample. It's a real thing. Don't worry about it. Now, what do you do here? If you're Ernie, do you block? Do you create the, get 2 elementals out there? Do you try to soak up 1 and just get 1 elemental?
Personally, I would double block with both voices at this point.
3-3 is better than a 2-2.
Eric hasn't shown... Okay, when he decides to block with a spirit and a voice.
That's not a terrible idea. If he was going to do that, I wish he would... I thought he would not swing that turn then, you know what I mean?
I would have just left the Doom Traveler.
Exactly.
Left me with a 1/1 flyer.
Yeah. We got an Ooze Mental coming down here. Oh, but he has looks like another top deck Doom Traveler to replace that one, so it ends up working out quite nicely for him.
Yeah, he still does need a sack outlet here. And Eric needs another creature to put those 2 Rancors on.
Now, Ernie did take 4 on that exchange.
That's true.
Because trample is a thing. And it looks like Doom Traveler is going to be a thing. And it is.
Still struggling on 2 land with an Advent in the hand. That's not a good thing.
No, but he's not doing terrible here. He has, he can swing with 5 power here. He decides to only swing with the 3 there.
Maybe he's anticipating a hasty creature?
You're playing Gruul, you think haste. Looks like a Zealous Conscript I saw in there, too. The very bottom, yep.
Zealous Conscripts, and I think I saw a Huntmaster.
Okay, we know we have at least 2 Rancors, a Zealous Conscript, and a Mizium Mortar. Does he have 5 cards? I think he only has 4 cards, bud. Yeah, because he went with the Zealous Conscript. What?
Yeah.
Taking the... Now, that only makes it a 2-2, though. I would have rather grabbed the Voice.
I would have grabbed the Voice, too.
Yeah. Although all he has to do is chump block it with his Doom Traveler. It doesn't do much. He doesn't kill it and get the token or anything, you know what I mean? So I guess, grab the other 2-2 and see if he wants to trade swing. Oh, no, he doesn't decide to go with the Voice. Okay.
Yep. Block Conscripts with Traveler.
And take 2.
Take 2.
Yeah, so we got Ernie down to 10, Eric over at 16. Sort of a back and forth. I don't really know who's in the driver's seat in this game. I feel like Ernie
back
is.
And forth. I think Ernie really needs a couple more land.
Yeah, there's a plains off the top, so that's in the right step in the right direction at least. Still not Advent territory.
But 3 mana is enough for something.
Lingering Souls, which seems very good in this situation.
That's going to certainly stabilize the board state a little bit more for him.
And give him a 5/5.
That's true.
As
That
opposed to a
Elemental
3/3.
is a force to be reckoned with now.
Looks like he's coming
Swings
in
him with 6 power.
5, 6, 7, 8 actually.
Oh, that's true, because we just talked about it being a 5 power.
Yep, and so it chops Eric's health right in half down to 8. Lethal on board. Zealous Conscript across the board from 3 Lingering Soul tokens, Elemental token, and a Voice of Resurgence. 6 mana for Overloaded Mizium Mortars. Never would there be glorious words than Overloaded Mizium Mortars.
Which is going to leave him with a 1/1 Elemental.
But we know that's going to become a 3/3 next turn, most likely, due to the
True.
Lingering
He's
Souls in the
gonna flashback
graveyard.
Lingering Souls.
Yeah. Swings for 3. Ernie gladly
says, okay.
takes. And again, we're so close in life totals again.
Yeah.
8-7.
Right back to where we started.
Yeah, this is a good game of Magic. The land, as they call it, screw on Ernie's side is hurting him. But Eric was screwed as well earlier on. He did get a Farseek out there, but then didn't capitalize with the 4th land on turn 3.
Didn't get the 4th land.
Yeah, I don't think he got it
Found
the other
on
turn either.
4
Oh, he did, yes.
Farseeked again.
And now he's just land happy.
Now he's got plenty of it, and now he just needs a wolf run.
And the best part is we know he still has 2 Rancors in his hand.
That's true.
So he's effectively has a 7 power on board. So if Ernie messes up here and somehow leaves no blockers or any way to block, he's just dead. Just dead on board. Because of the 2 Rancors known.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I don't see him doing that.
No, I don't see it either. But something along the lines of if he, plays a single creature and then swings for 2 or something along those lines, like Advent of the Worm.
We've got a Cavern of Souls.
He may have a kill card. But there's no instant speed ways to deal or Gruul to deal with Advent of the Worm, is there?
No.
Okay.
So he decides to go ahead and flashback Lingering Souls, getting a 3/3 and 2 1/1s.
Now, see, here's where it could be a problem, because he could deal with one of those 1/1s and
2 mana. Is this a Cartel Aristocrat? No, another Voice.
3rd boy.
Oh my.
Sometimes you just get the card, and a 4 power comes across, dropping Eric down to 4. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4 toughness. I know he can go up to 7 power here.
Yep.
So
And
swing.
how many cards are left in his hand?
I think he has 2 of them. We didn't see what he top decked.
So he's looking to punch through lethal here.
Yeah, he has to, or he loses. Maybe a top deck Bolt or something like that is what he's looking at. Although I think Bolt will leave him 1 short if he blocks with everything. He's deciding his block 3 of it, looks like. Oh, and he Pyre-Wild Shaman, adding +3/+0. So he nullifies the exact 3 block, gets in for exactly 7,
Exactly 7.
and wins the game.
Wow.
Excellent. Just absolutely excellent. If he would have blocked that extra Lingering Soul token, he would have won the game. Absolutely. I don't know why you wouldn't have. I mean, yeah, it would limit your Elemental, I guess, down to a 1/1 at that point.
It would have been 2 2/2s.
2 2/2s, yeah. He was at 4. I don't know how to block both. Ernie does say he doesn't get out here much. He only gets out here every 3 weeks. I don't know if he plays down in his hometown, which I think is around Oshkosh. I mean, these things do happen. He probably had a game plan. You don't expect a Firewall shot.
No.
You just don't.
No, but with a Gruul Midrange deck like this, you have to be expecting some sort of blood rush.
Absolutely.
When a Gorkland Rampager is going to give him +4, +2, right?
Yeah. And the part I didn't like about that, too, is, even if he does block that, another card to worry about in this format is Searing Spirit. He would have put his life total down to 3, and the guy still has, 2 fresh cards in his hand and a bunch of lands. So, yeah, I definitely would have wanted to stay at 4.
I can tell you for sure Eric is running Searing Spirit.
Yeah. But yeah, I think making sure your life total remained at 4, just out of the burn rage. He's not playing Warleader's Helix or anything. There's no white in his deck.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that you just throwing everything in front and swinging back for game next turn is where you want to be. So, you disagree with us or agree with us. I think that's what we need to do. We need to throw our opinions of how that game should have went at certain points.
Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, tell us in the comment section. Let us know if this video makes it up, of course. I mean, I'm hoping. I'm praying. My IT,
Better.
what is that? Reputation is on the line this time. 3 weeks of this? Come on. Can't allow that to happen. Let's talk sideboard, Vince. What'd you see?
I didn't see Ernie's sideboard. I know for a fact that Eric has more spot removal in his sideboard.
Okay.
I expect to see some of that coming here, although I don't know how effective a lot of that's going to be.
Is one of those spot removal Pillar of Fame flame by chance?
Yes.
I heard that's really good against voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I fully expect that to come in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know he is running 2 Bonfires main.
Okay, that's going to be good for him.
I could see a third one coming in here.
Okay.
Because there's just hordes of tokens.
Absolutely.
There's no reason to, not Miracle a Bonfire for 2 when you've got an Elemental token at 4/4 and you wipe the other board and then the Elemental dies to state-based effects.
And they'll keep like a Cartel Aristocrat.
Right.
by itself, that
It's
card's
still
really
a
bad. Yeah. Speaking of which, at the bottom of this deck, we see a Cartel Aristocrat there getting shuffled in.
Which we didn't see last game.
We did
Probably
not.
could have had an interesting impact on it.
Yeah, didn't see about rules either. I imagine that's in his deck.
I saw 1.
1? I think you won 3.
I would have run more than 1.
The card's very good. I don't know if you saw my randomness on the forum this week in Facebook about rules and 2 Arborels.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what came over me that day.
You're not thinking of sending me an eye?
No, I don't want to stab you in the eye and take your essence, no. But if you want to help me untap that forest, I'd really appreciate that. Oh, it's wrong. It's wrong.
Inside jokes on camera.
Yeah. Remember when Magic, you couldn't depict horrible art? It would be like a horrible card, like kill this creature, and it'd be like some creature drifting off into like the sky or the area or something like that. And now you look at cards such as Grizzly Spectacle, and it's there's a guy laying against the wall, his head's blown off, there's blood all over the back. Well, rules has a dagger, and he's got a bunch of scars all over his face. Magic has changed. Victim at night, yeah. Guy's just sitting there with a blade in his gut, just What are you gonna do? All right, here we go. So, game 2 going on here.
Their 7.
Nobody looks like they want a mulligan. Ernie's going to lead off with the old Temple Garden Shock. And a Doom Traveler. So, exactly where he wants to be again.
I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah. Opening Forest and a pass from Eric there.
That's not quite what you want to see, but
Well, I mean,
maybe his hand is fast enough to justify that.
I don't know how much you can call an aggro deck that plays Farseek, though, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and we did see a Farseek last game. So, it's more like a mid-range, I would say, with a couple hasty,
Yeah, a couple of hasters.
Yeah.
And, I saw a lot more Blood Rush in that deck when I went through it than we saw last game.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll see something in this game. 1 comes across, dropping Eric down to 19 points. Almost at 39 there. Playing too much EDH before the tournament, I guess.
2 mana. We're going to see another voice.
I saw 3 last game. It's outrageous.
Maybe a Cartel Aristocrat here.
Oh, a foil Skurstag High Priest.
All right.
Skurstag High Priest?
Yeah, Skursdag, Skursdag.
Skurga not going to work here anymore, that's for sure. So, if we see a turn 3... We see a Flint Hoof Boar come down from Eric's side. Nothing to give it haste, unfortunately. But we see the Skurzog High Priest. So if he has a Cartel Aristocrat or a land in about rules here, we get 5/5 token time. You know what I mean? And we do see a shock, so that's half the battle. 3 land. Lingering Souls. Not as exciting. And I think
Still not bad. And go.
I would have swung with that Doom Traveler. Gets a 5/5 token time.
I don't know. Maybe he does have a stack out in his hand. He's just waiting for it. We see a Soren in his hand right there.
Yeah, and no, in his hand, yes, but we see a Domir Raid come down from the other side. Flinthoof 4 is going to fight that High Priest, and now it's gone. You definitely swing with that Doom Traveler right there, in my opinion. There's no question about it. Now, Domir Raid, unfortunately, is going to be going away here. Lingering Soul is going to just chop across.
But that Scourge High Priest is, I think, a worthy enough target for Domir Raid to just kill off.
Definitely, but I do have no idea why you don't swing with the Doom Traveler there and give him the option to make a mistake and give you a 5/5.
Yeah.
You have the 2 creatures to tap with it, everything going your way.
Just one spirit?
Yeah, just to kill the Domir Raid.
Okay, why didn't the other spirit come in though?
I don't know.
You know, that probably should have attacked Eric, I think.
Oh,
Voice of Resurgence? Okay.
Because he has a token, and I don't know, maybe it's better blockers for him. Sorry about that. I apologize.
All right. So what happened the next turn? He played a land tapped this turn. He didn't want to shock himself again. Mm-hmm. We got the Soren sitting there.
Mm-hmm. Huntmaster comes down 2 life and a wolf token. Ernie looks like he's in the driver's seat again this game. You know, I would say he has probably a better board position. Yeah, sure, it's a bunch of 1/1s and a 2/2, but these are some powerful 1/1s and 2/2s. We're talking about flying, becomes a 1/1 flyer.
Well, they're going to get better if Soren hits the board.
Definitely.
You know, 4 power in the air is going to end the game in, 6 turns.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's a Huntmaster on the other side of the field, and that is a force to be reckoned with.
I think Eric wants to see that flip. I think next turn, if he doesn't see anything particularly dangerous come through here, he may untap, attack, and pass the turn.
Yeah, and he plays a bunch of instants and sorceries. Or, here's another option. Blood Rush is not casting. Blood Rush is using an ability. You can swing in Blood Rush and still get a flip. So you're utilizing your mana for your turn, doing a lot of damage, and then doing more damage.
Ernie is taking a while on this one. I'm surprised we haven't seen that Soren yet.
Well, I mean, it's 5 mana. We don't know what his other 2 cards are. He might have something like a Garuk or something. But I think, yeah, Soren's kind of a windmill slam at this point. Ernie appears to agree.
Mm-hmm.
Eric says, yep, I don't have a Force of Will. Or play blue cards.
Were you around when that card was in Standard?
No, man. I didn't play. I started around the end of Shards, the early Zendikar. I didn't play in the glory days of just, headaches. I just hear of all the headaches. Oh, Magic was so fun back there. You get done and you just head be throbbing, yeah. Spin that. It's either...
For the longest time, that card was considered bad in Standard.
Oh, I actually heard that as well. Looks like he takes your line of play and goes with the emblem, brings 4 across in the air, so maybe we have to move the booth a little bit farther back. I think he's just listening to you at this point. Vince is just skewing the game. That's not true at all.
I'm just calling him like I see him. This is what I would have done.
Yes.
That's just me.
No, if Eric wants to, he can definitely kill that Soren hand.
I think he wants to.
Unfortunately, though, that does give a elemental token, almost guaranteed, to Ernie. Because he's going to block with the voice.
Well, let's see. What's in Eric's hand? I see a Stomping Ground.
I see a Stomping Ground, too. It's on the board now. Oh, definitely a Rancor in the hand there.
And he is also playing Thragtusk. I don't know if that's in his deck, though. Or in his hand. I can't see it.
He can play the Rancor on the...
5 mana.
Oh. Bonfire for 3. The card or for 2.
For 2.
Yeah, the card we were just talking about there. Redirect to Mr. Soren. So he gets a 2/2 and a 1/1 flyer. Loses Planeswalker.
Well, I mean, technically he gets an elemental as soon as the bonfire is played, and then it ends up dying to bonfire after it resolves.
What? He doesn't get an elemental. It was his turn.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was in his turn. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still 3 power across the board, and looks like we're swinging in with 5 damage. The elemental could trade with the wolf token. I don't think that's what you want to do.
No.
No.
No, you want to flashback Lingering Souls next turn and make that elemental bigger.
Ernie's taking a while to decide what he wants to do here. Eric does have a Rancor in his hand, like we talked about a few minutes ago. So I would say that Eric, sitting at 15, Ernie at 16. Again, really close life totals as in game 1. But I would say Eric's definitely in the driver's seat here.
There's also a wolf run on board.
Is there? Oh, that's a wolf run, yeah. Decides to...
Spirit?
Yeah, it's a 2/1, absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah, and he still has a 2/1 in the elemental and can play a creature. You know, you can almost fairly swing into that Huntmaster because you don't want to block with the Huntmaster generally. Yeah, unless you're going to win the next turn or something like that. Didn't see the draw.
3 mana.
Lingering Souls and enough mana to flash it back.
Okay. So we're going to get a big elemental.
Oh, well, it's going to be a 4/3. But, well, even bigger. 5/4. And 4 2/1 flyers, which seems very good. So, like I just said, Eric was in the driver's seat, and then boom, just like that, one card.
Yeah, that Sorin emblem is going to be a pain for Eric here.
And he swings in with a, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6/5 overall.
Yep.
Chopping Eric down to 9.
Eric is at 9. Those spirits have 8 power.
They do. They absolutely do. Oh, looks like we have another Huntmaster in his hand. Possibly the top deck there.
I'd be very surprised if that Huntmaster didn't come down here. He needs to gain that 2 life.
I don't know if it does it for him, though. I mean, we still have one card in hand from Ernie. Could be relevant, and a top deck. A lot of power on board. He does have a Threat.
Okay.
Yeah. Going up to 14 seems like a more than admirable play.
Yep. I'd be happy with that.
And swinging with the 3 power Flinthoof Boar. I feel like Ernie just takes this here.
Yeah, I feel like he does. He's at 16. 3 power is only going to take him down to 13.
Ernie agrees. You know, people talk about phases of the game, and one of the things with attacking and blocking is, you can block the creature, you can kill the creature, but a lot of people forget that there actually is a third option, which means you can just take the damage. If you have the life, you can just take the damage. That's not bad to lose. You don't have to save every life though. Sometimes it's more intelligent to actually get hit than lose a creature by blocking.
Creatures contribute to the board state, board position, and having more creatures on the board generally is a more valuable board position.
Absolutely.
And if that creature is going to do more damage over time than the damage that you're taking, it's absolutely a good trade.
Yeah, very good point, yeah. I think we should try to educate a little bit here. I mean, I don't know much, but what I do know is that 2 more Lingering Souls are hitting the board, turning that elemental into a very large 8/7. And a lot of damage is coming across the board here. 8 in the air for sure, which would drop him down to 5. And then you have to block the elemental.
Yeah.
It's too big.
And I think at this point, I guess he just jumps it.
Yeah. Huntmaster, I mean, we said you don't want to block with Huntmaster, but if you're going to die, you want to block with Huntmaster. So 8 overall, dropping him down to 5. I feel a Bonfire is probably the answer here. And obviously not Miracle.
Didn't happen.
Is that a Yeva? That was a Yeva. That was a Yeva I just saw. Rancor on the Thragtusk. Those 2 Lingering Soul tokens. Those 2 Lingering Soul tokens can trade with the Thragtusk if they want to. He still would take 8 damage overall, dropping him down to 5.
2 mana, instant speed.
Oh, looks like he tops the mana up at the top of the screen there. He got some Amber to the Worm, yeah.
Okay.
6/5 coming down, bumping the Elemental to a 9/8.
And that Worm's going to block this right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think of what I can say for Eric here to, be like, that's how you win. I just don't think there's a way for him to win at this point.
He's got a double Gore Clan Rampager, I think, right now.
That or a Bonfire.
Listen, Bonfire's not going to help with instant speed. He still loses the Thragtusk.
Well, yeah, he's still losing, but he doesn't die next turn. He wipes the board.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, and then you have, you're playing against an opponent with no hand, nothing on the board. It's a very.
And both the Lingering Souls are now out of his graveyard.
Exactly, they're exiled. So if he has Lingering Souls in hand, or Mizzy Morb doesn't do it here, 5 mana, and he only has 4 available. He's thinking about something here, though. It might be the Rampager. Or possibly maybe he probably held him after the Worm came into play. Before blocking, Eric probably held priority there for a second, was thinking about something. What he was thinking about, I don't know. But he was thinking about something.
So now Ernie's going to announce blocks?
That's what it looks like.
I don't think there's anything else you do other than block the Thrag Tusk with the worm.
Mm-hmm. And you probably chuck the Lingering Soul in front of the board just to be on the safe side.
Just one or two?
Both of them. You didn't last game, you do it this game. You know what I mean? He lost because he chose not to block. I don't care, though. You know what I mean? He lost because he did not fully block the other game. And you want to block with 2 because then you can kill him. Because they're 2-1s, so there's 4 damage. So you can block and trade with the those.
So the flip of board is a 3-2 though?
It's a 3-3. It's +1/+1 for Forest, yep. So looks like there is a Rampager coming in. So we have a 7/7 and a 7/3. Both have trample. But looks like that was...
Says, nope, that's not good enough. So
that wasn't enough damage. Yeah. No, like I said, I mean, he could trade and kill the Flint Hoof 4 there by blocking with 2 tokens. You know you're going to kill the Thrag Tusk with the Evan of the Worm anyways. You know what I mean? 13, let me see here. 7... 5 blocking it. Put it up to 11 with the Gorkland Rampager. He would take 6. Yeah, he would only take it 6 even if he would have Gorkland Rampager. The Thrag Tusk there with just blocking with the Evan. Yeah, I don't understand why the Lingering Soul had to come and play with the Thrag Tusk there. But he won the game. Congratulations to you, Ernie.
Alright, so 1 game apiece.
Yeah, game 3, always good to see. Any sideboard changes you can think of for this game 3 after what both players had seen in game 2?
Well, Eric's definitely going back to the sideboard.
Is he? All right. I haven't looked up for a second there. Yeah, looks like he's pulling off, 5 cards right off the bat?
Yeah.
Saw something or pulled out something. Maybe he pulled out the bonfires. I don't know why he would.
You don't pull the bonfires here.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out what he...
Sticking another Museum Mortars or something.
Yeah, he pulled out something that obviously he wants to have in this match, and he did not realize he had. What it would be, I have no idea.
Well, he didn't see Sora in first game. He saw Sora in second game.
So maybe...
I don't think he saw anything else new. No, Scursday High Priest. But what do you board against Scursday High Priest? The stuff that the other guy didn't deal with it.
Yeah. We didn't see a Pillar of Flame or anything in that game, too, so... That was interesting, and that was a fairly long game for, an aggro deck, or mid-range, as I call it, deck to go here. Junk Aristocrats, we have yet to see a Aristocrat, or a Rules, the Rules apparently. Yeah. The one, the only.
This is looking a lot more like a Junk Tokens deck.
Yeah, definitely. So Eric
I definitely saw Cartel Aristocrats, and I saw 1 Verils in there, so...
Yeah, no, I when he was shuffling, I saw the Aristocrat.
Would have called it an Aristocrats deck any day, but it's definitely shaping up to play a lot more like a Tokens deck.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes your decks do that, sometimes you don't see the cards. The deck's named after the Aristocrats, so you want to see the Cartel Aristocrat.
First card, so I'm going to cut 5 minutes off of that, so we actually have 21 minutes left.
Apparently we have a timing issue here. Apparently the clock was late, or some long lines. I don't think it's going to cause any issue here.
We started the match a little bit late. There's no reason that we should be cutting time off the clock for that, I don't think.
Yeah. I think he just forgot to put the clock on for 5 minutes. So the time is -5, they're saying here. Going into game 3, we're at 28 and a half minutes as we currently are.
We're fine. We're going to game 3 over in no time at all.
And I'll tell you what, if they wouldn't let him play, I'd fight people. Fighting for match. Okay, so Eric's going to start with the Stomping Ground. Fight for your right to
play cards.
There you go. How about that? So in this aggro deck, as you called it, Eric has played 2 lands and done nothing.
And passed the turn.
Yep. Yeah. So like I said, I'm going to go with mid-range on this deck type. All the black and green lands on the right side of the table, and a Blood Art seems very good. Seems like that should be eating some sort of kill target here pretty quick.
Yeah.
But Pyrewild Shaman, 3/1. Gonna go ahead and hit the board there. Interesting card. I like it. I think it has some application.
Now the fact that he's played it and not another creature tells me that he doesn't have another creature.
Well, no, it's not bad. I mean, you can still play that card early. It goes in your graveyard, and then once you hit with another creature later on, you can just get it back. So it's not a bad idea to play it early.
All right.
Yeah. Something's gonna die. It's probably gonna be the first, second creature you play. Might as well be a creature you can get back to graveyard.
Huntmaster.
So Eric's settling in here pretty nicely with 22 life. bringing a 3-1 into play, dropping down to 17 on the other side of the table. Now, we did see a Lingering Souls in Ernie's hand. That combos very well with Blood Artist.
I don't see a white source, though.
I do. Isn't that Godless Shrine in the top there? I thought that was a Godless Shrine when you saw it.
In his hand?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's a Godless Shrine in the top there.
Yeah, I think you're right. That is a Godless Shrine. I just can't see it very well from this angle.
Yeah, the angle he's holding is just a little hard to see for me. We definitely see a Lingering Souls. We know there's a Godless Shrine and Lingering Souls. The card in between those, I don't have the faintest idea the way he's holding them. Definitely a lot of thought process going on, though.
Well, and he has had 2 very good, very close games of Magic.
Definitely.
So it doesn't surprise me. Okay, he shocks himself.
Yep, dropping him down to 15.
It does not surprise me that he would think long and hard about his
Oh,
points here.
Township. And an Aristocrat.
Aristocrat.
Okay, so
All right.
that's not bad. So Ernie looks like he can pounce out of this little slow play, I would say, so far. Pretty easily here once he starts putting some Lingering Soul
As
tokens.
soon as we see the Lingering Souls in the door, we're going to start seeing some life swings going back in his favor here.
I think this
Until
is.
then, we're going to have Eric just pounding him in
I
the face.
think Eric is basically saying, I want to deal with your Aristocrat. If you wanna swing right now, or if you wanna sacrifice and block right now, you can. But then you won't have a creature on your upkeep, basically, and I'm going to bolt it or something like that.
Well, Ernie's at 15.
Yes.
Unmaster's 2 power. Wolf is 2 power.
Yep.
And the other creature is...
That is it's a glare right now, and we talked about it. But I can't think. Oh, the 3/1 Firewall Shaman, of
Right,
course.
okay. So we have 7 power creature on the field.
Mm-hmm.
That means if he doesn't block, doesn't try to trade, Eric only has to put 8 more power on those creatures to win.
Yes, and he does have enough mana to Gruul Cran.
Yeah.
You know, if he
he
had
absolutely
that.
does.
Looks like he
Also,
is.
there's a block and a sack. There's going to be 1 point life swing for the artist
Yep.
here.
I believe it was a block sack. Block with this creature, block with my cartel, and then sacrifice it.
And sack before damage.
Yep. It's like a Gold Crown Ranger is going to Blood Rush
On the Hunt Master.
on the Huntmaster to save its life. Yep. So 4. Yep, 5, 6, 7, 8 overall if the damage happens here, which looks like it does. Dropping Eric down to an 8-point life total. And again, as we talked about in Game 2, Blood Rush is not cast, so therefore on the upkeep, like I said, he basically forced him into, I'm going to get rid of your Cartel Aristocrat here. 2 damage to you, 2 damage to that. You don't have a creature to sack. I think Eric is definitely in the driver's seat and most likely going to win just off that exchange of plays.
Like. But, you know, Ernie has surprised us before.
He has.
And I think the Junk Aristocrats deck is actually, it's pretty resilient.
It is. Now, again, unfortunately, like I said, I believe Ernie could have won Game 1. And if Game 2 would have gone the exact same after that, we wouldn't even be in a Game 3 here.
Game 3.
Yeah, but Blood Artist and 2 Lingering Soul tokens might be a little too late at this point, but it's a good way to start at least.
Well, let's see, there's a 4/4 Trampler and 2/2 3/1 Shaman.
Goblin Shot. Oh, 2 spells were cast. So flip, that's good. Although he does get the 2/2 back, it goes to 23. So, I mean, it's good and bad all at the same time. Township did come down, so if Ernie doesn't die here, he does have at least some really good, next play and the play after.
True.
Getting.
Although I think he's looking to play spells here. I don't think he's looking to activate that Township.
Well, right now, if he casts a spell, and the spell's going to be a Mizzy Mortar Overload, I think it's going to end the game.
Yeah, looks like it's ending the game right here.
The thought process here was if he had a bunch of 2/2s against a bunch of 2/2s and 3/1 stuff like that, he's still trading card for card. 3 points.
3 points going off.
26 puts him to 9, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming across. So Ernie is at 2 life now. Staring across the board of a Wolf token, second Wolf token, a Huntmaster of the Fells, and a Firewall Shaman. Isolated Chapel. We have a Doom Traveler in hand. It might be a Tristani. Between there. Oh, it's
Voice and 2 Doom Travelers.
we're gonna need 3 white sources.
Doesn't have the white to do it.
Yeah,
Voice and 1 Doom Traveler.
that's what it appears to me as well. I think you're just dead. I think you're just dead on board here, Ernie. Top decks, land. Plays it. Does he have a casting wolf here? I don't see one.
There's no wolf run.
I think he still has more power. I mean, you're sitting at 2.
He doesn't send in the Huntmaster.
He doesn't need to. The guy he's at 2, he only has 2 blockers. He's sending in 2 or more power on each creature. He knows what his hand is because he showed him. Doom Traveler. He knows he knows it's open.
See, I actually have him at 4 life, not 2.
You have him 4?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. 2. Well, maybe you're right and I'm wrong. I must have missed some damage, or I must have shocked and added damage in there. So yeah. Oh, but yeah, of course, I'm not going to play a spell. He's going to go from 4 to 2 where you were right, and on your upkeep, I'm going to flip my Huntmaster and deal 2 damage to you, 2 damage to you.
Okay.
So, it looks like Eric takes it down. I'm glad that my one little mistake there didn't really matter because he was dead anyways. Ernie should have, I mean, congratulations to Eric, obviously, but I feel Ernie, game 1, should have taken it.
Probably should have had game 1.
Yeah. Miscue. But you play FNM, you learn.
Yeah, maybe he just wasn't reading the situation right.
Definitely. That happens. I was watching SCG, I believe it was, just recently here. Charlotte or St. Louis, one of the ones. Anyways, it was a vintage tournament. Guy had a Chalice of the Void out there at 1. His opponent had Rift Bolt in hand or something like that. And didn't realize he could suspend it for 1. Because, suspend is not cast the Chalice. So he was really slowing himself down and casting Rift Bolt to 3 when he could have been, sending him off and actually getting there, and it cost him a game. So, it's one of those things, if you don't know, ask.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about asking. I tell people this all the time, too, another thing about Magic, and it's funny because it always comes across as this big jerk statement, but it's a really, really good statement in Magic. When you play Magic the Gathering, read the Magic cards. And like I said, it really sounds like a jerk statement, but no, read the Magic cards. The cards will tell you pretty much the most information you need to know about that card.
Right, and if ever there's a conflict between rules and the card takes precedence. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, absolutely. Always read your cards.
Yeah.
Always.
And then it's going to give you the information. Like one of the questions was somebody, a newer player asked me, gather the townsfolk. I see that, or not gather the townsfolk, I'm sorry. He said, what was it, the one where it puts in soldier tokens, Crusader's Call. And he goes, so these puts in soldier tokens, are those considered human soldiers? Because, he's going to play and he doesn't know that soldier's actually a creature type. But I'm like, no, buddy, read the card. Does it say human? And he goes, no. And I'm like, well, then it's not a human. Yeah, it's just a soldier. So, literally, just read the cards and it generally helps out a lot more Magic, I would say.
There are definitely cards that create soldier tokens. Mm-hmm. There are cards that create human soldier tokens.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Knight, human knight, just human. Make all of them.
Definitely. And we're not saying you already did this or anything, we're just giving a suggestion here. And then the other suggestion I would give is always read your opponent's cards. Even if you know what that card does, if you haven't seen it for a while or you're just not that super familiar with it, stop the game, grab it, take a look at it, read it through, kind of figure out what he's doing, kind of understand what's going on, because there's a lot of times where, I'll see, I think a great one was Retaliator Griffin from Shards of Alara, I believe, was it?
3/2 first strike?
No, it was a 2/2 flyer for 1 and then Naya colors, and it had whenever you took damage, put that many +1/+1 counters on Retaliator Griffin, and a buddy of mine was playing in around that time in Standard, and his opponent grabbed the Retaliator Griffin, read the card, put the card back down, picked the card up, read it again, put it back down, and then swung for like 12 or something like that. And I think my buddy was at 16. He goes, okay, I'll take it. And the guy who swung was at, say 8 or something like that. And my buddy just untapped and swung back and hit him. The guy's like, whoa, what's happening? And he's like, well, you just read my card twice. I'm confused. I mean, you know what's happening. So
I took 12 damage. I'm going to put 12 +1/+1 counters on this guy.
It's what the card says. I don't know how that guy was surprised when the card literally says on there, whenever I take damage, I'm going to put counters on this guy, and then obviously I'm going to hit you back with all these counters. It makes sense, but that's my rant for the day here, Vince. I don't know. I thought it was informative at least.
All right, I guess that means I got to come up with a rant for you guys later.
Yeah, round 3 I'm calling rant. If not by round 3, I'm going to throw a pack of Modern Masters in space or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Ooh, pack of Modern Masters.
Yeah, he doesn't get to keep it. So, round 1, signing out unless you got anything else to say.
No, that's it.
Vince Naimon. Oh, wait, that's that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's me.
Yeah, I'm Herbert Zingsheim. We'll see you guys in round 2.